So today we will see another important topic in Flask like user authentication. So before that, just want to clarify why exactly whenever we are trying to add the post thing, right? Why it is not uh, getting all the into true values. So what happened is, uh, so actually whenever we are giving this URL uncoded form, so whatever we have given, it is taking it in a string. So whenever in the code what we have written, so whenever we are trying to add new, okay, so we are returning a boolean expression, so that uh, it is returning a true value every time it has given a string. So it's for example, if I just open any command prompt, so I'm going to Python. So now if I just bool of, if I bool of 0, what if I given, it will be false, but bool of string, it is always true. So that's what it is happening. The form itself is throwing all whatever value we are giving is a string. So whenever we given only empty values, then it will goes into false state. So for now just I go back and I just check here. So I have given this one. We just change this to so 1, 2, 3. So if I just send the response, so now I have not given anything as toilet. I have just given 0. So mainly the boolean values. What are we have? So this is 0 and these two are empty values. So when I just click on that, to sending request, it is successfully added. So when I just go back our caves database, if I just refresh it, so random testing, if you see, this has 0 means false. So has sockets. In if I just go to Postman, has sockets. I have not given any, so that's why it is taken as false. So either this the Stack Overflow we have got the issue like this is what's happening. So by default it is true, true, any non-empty will be true. So only when there is empty, then it will be false. So this is one way of handling where the data, but other way is like we need to do the JSON load and then just convert it into an Boolean type. So that's another way of handling in the code itself. So this is not properly handled, if you can say. So the other way is better to handle the code itself using JSON loads. Okay, that's the thing. So just okay, I'm closing Postman now, so it will give us some resources. I'm closing API also, so just stopping, close. So now let's go back to our topic for today. So authentication. So generally, the most important thing of any website is having users. For example, any website, Facebook or Instagram, everything, any blog also, we should have users, and there should be some uh, authentication mechanism to access the data. So if we want to log into Facebook, we should have username and password. So, but before that, if we user is not there, we should have some mechanism to register themselves into the database. What are the database they are using? So, and then when our user try to log in again, they should actually match it with that data. So now, so goal is actually what our goal is to figure out how to register, login, and log out with the email and password, so they can either right? And whenever they go to the login page of their own, then we have some cheat sheet to download, so that also we will see. So general how example, this is what we will be doing, like this is just an example of a GIF, for example. So when we try to register, when now whatever the this thing we have given, it will just go to login page, like the secret page. So we will be seeing all the mechanisms here, how to handle all that. So today what exactly we will be doing is we will be knowing how to just register, and then how to just how to make the file to download for ourselves, and then we will see how to log in, and whether how the password is stored in the database, and how to what are the other level of securities we can implement, uh, so that we will see later. So as of now, what exactly authentication is, it's like generally if we go to any a bar, so there the bouncer will be checking the Aadhaar card, for example, or our age certificate, we should be about 21 years. So it's something like that, it's analogy. So something like that, our system also checks whether our user ID and password is correct or not. So that's how authentication works. So it's a how breakdown. So credentials, the main thing is like username and password. Sometimes we if we have fingerprints, is like finger locks. A few in IT companies, few companies provides laptops with fingerprint, and few provides for VPN connectivity. They provide some security tokens. So maximum of the time, this is common. So fingerprints rarely they will provide. So generally, the once user try to log in, and they will check username and password, and if the credential match, it grants the user. If not, access is denied. So now let's okay. So let's go slide duplicated. So now let's download this authentication, and then we have set up the same thing in our PyCharm. So now the virtual environment is created. If you see, the virtual environment is this one. So just I am going to check all that. So here we have static files and CSS file. So everything is the file where we are talking about cheat sheet. All the templates, base HTML, index, login, page register, secrets.html, and here the instance we have 2 DBs. So generally, so let me connect as of now. Let me just close this database, and let me open the database. So as of now, if you see here, there is no ID, no entry. There is just fields are there. So if you just check database structure, what exactly it is: ID, integer, integer not null, email, password, varchar. So if I just go to here, so generally they have connected to post.db, but we have to convert in order to work for this, we have to connect to users.db. So as of now, all these are imported. We will see later how we will see. So yeah, so this everything we know already. We have just so this two we will talk later. So and this is the new thing we will be discussing. So this two. So now the secret key is just we are configuring a secret key. Again, this is for security only. Again, if you want to delete any user from the database, we should have that secret key. So we are connecting to user database. So already the class is defined for the user. So yeah, primary key ID is the primary key and email should be unique. Password and name is fine. So the string. So now if you see just in the root they are rendering only HTML. If register they are rendering only register.html, login.html, secrets.html, logout. Uh, in logout they are not rendering anything. In download also they are not rendering anything. So this is the basic structure. Now if I just run it, if I just go to this, so this is our main index.html page. So we have Flask authentication, two buttons, login, register. So if I click on register, it will go to register.html. Routing is register.html. But I just give something. So I Gmail, some password, random password. I just sign me up. So there is no mechanism to get user added to the database as of now. So it doesn't work. So that's what we have mentioned. So this one. So as of now, this forms won't work because we haven't coded to get user added to the database. So just we have mentioned. So now I just go back to. So but as of now, if you see there is home, login, register page, and logout page, logout. So if I just click logout, so it just didn't because we have passed only pass. So if I just click login, it will render to login page. But if I just try to do it again, because there is no method defined in this route, we are not getting anything. Home page will be home page. So if I just go to home page, now uh, now we will be doing register user today. So now we have to create an user and add them to our database. So we have to create a new user object with email, name, password, and save it to database. Once user register, then we should send straight to the secrets HTML. So this is the flow. For example, is from home page. if we go to a register page, it should directly go to the secrets.html page. It should redirect to secrets.html. So if I just go to the code and see, so when we are entering secrets, so as of now, if I give secrets also, it generally works. So we haven't applied any authentication mechanism, so it is bypassing the login. So it should not come here. So if I just go back to our PPT and if I just check what exactly it will do whenever we do directly, if you give the secrets root, it should actually deny. So if we just log out and if we give directly the secrets root, so we should get this error, unauthorized error we should get until unless we give the correct login details. So now let's go to our coding. So here the method should be post. So just I am commenting this out. So I'm commenting this. So for now, just what we will do. So method is post. So register. So that is already done, and return template is there. So if requested method is post, so we are creating a new new user object of the class user, and we are actually getting whatever the data from form we are getting to store it in this email, like the parameters required for the user object to be created. So now email we are getting it from this register template. So if I just open the register template, so here it will be here for register already. So email, password and text. So if I just so so name, so we are main focusing on name attribute. So name is name. For text input placeholder is name. So required. So the submit button is again sign me up button. Here's the form. So from the form, HTML form, we are actually getting hold of that values and we are creating new user. And again, we are connecting to this database and then we are doing that. And once we are doing, we are just rendering a secrets.html page. So directly once we register, it will should send us to secret.html page. So now I just go here and if I just now I will be registering. So sign at the red Gmail, and as of now just I'm giving right. So I just that the first one. This is a Google Chrome this thing. So it by default it is suggesting us to change because so if I just go here and browse data, so just just I have given email at the rate Gmail something given.com also. So as of now by default there is no validations performed on this. We're just doing a required. So by default here, if you see here, the password itself is storing in a plain text in the database also. So generally this kind of thing don't happen in any website, so that we will discuss later. So as of now, let's go the next step. So here whatever I have given is, so now on the secrets page we should as of now what we are getting, we should get this name, because if I just go to secrets page it is giving this name, but we should get what are entered in the database. So if I just again log out, so it is not working. So what we can do is we can just pass the attribute name. So again that name we are getting it from here. So render template, we are entering the template of secrets.html, and this is it will be in the register root itself as of now. So name, we are getting the hold of that name, but we should get hold of the name in the secrets HTML also, right? So what we can do, so instead of name we can just giving the Flask approach of that name as a variable. Just commenting this line and I'm commenting this line. So now if I just go back and register another thing, right, issues. So I have given, if you see, I have given this thing. So but if I just click on this download file, we are not getting anything. So and we are still in the register root itself. So just we are running HTML template. So if you want to render secrets root, so then we have to actually go to secrets, and we have to get hold of the name, and then we have to pass here. So we have to use the redirect here, that we will see later. So we already seen, so written we can use the redirect Flask method. So we already imported. So then we just need to redirect it to this secrets and a name. So we have to get hold of that arcs, and then we need to the store, so we can show. And then so now as of now we don't have that download option is not working. So again even as of now the login option is also not working. But if we need to download the cheat sheet, we already have it in files, cheat sheet.pdf. So here, so we need a Flask method called send from directory. So directly we can actually ask direct from the directory where our web server is hosting, we can directly send it from there. So in the download route, we have to use the documentation and we have to send this. So something, copy paste. Here if you see it's just a download, so return sent from directory from the folder. So if it is defined in to say any environment variable like that, we can actually use for this kind of stuff. Otherwise we can actually directly give the folder name and path. So just uncommon this. Now downloads and from directory we are giving the directory and the path from where it should get. So now if you see the directory path must be located under the relative current applications root path. So generally the directory should be under applications root path, and in that applications root path there should be static folder. So this is the root path, so where all the folders are there. The main.py is outside, and from that main.py we are actually getting the path. So inside static or directory we are saying there is a files directory and then there is a cheat sheet.pdf. So and there is a KWR, so keyword arguments. So we can have the require. So I just go back, and still we have to do one more change, because as of now secrets we are giving the href as hash. So the one thing we need to do is just painting this again the above line out. So we are just providing URL to download. The anchor tag, so in the href, so we are providing the URL for download. URL for download, again that is nothing but it redirects to this route, download route, and it will actually download our file. So if I just again go back to our this one. So again as of login we have so, okay, now if you see it is actually redirected to show, and then now if I just click on this download our file, it should redirect to this. So it is redirecting to the download route. So it is actually getting, you see, this is the cheat sheet we are actually rendered, and it is able to, we are able to get that. So every time I have registered thrice. So generally, if I just see here, so the next thing is like how to log in. So again, so that we will see tomorrow how to log in, and if the password is stored like that, it is easy for any hacker to get into database using SQL injection, different hacking techniques, and get this data. So how big companies uses certain techniques to encrypt the password, mainly salting and hashing. So that how we can do in our Flask also, we will be seeing that going forward. So that's it for today.